I'm Mike Wallace, and on tonight's 60 Minutes, we're celebrating 60 years of Brad Mumm. Just like this baby, Brad Mumm was born as a baby.
Hi, I'm Brad's granddaughter, Ben, and when I was born, I was pretty small, and it was a little stressful, and Brad said, "You gotta eat big to be big," and look at me now. Doing pretty good.
And I'm Mike Wallace. At this time, we have an interview from Trey Tarwater about Brad Mumm.
I am not tucking my shirt in. I don't care if Brad Mumm wants me to tuck my shirt in because it's tucking your shirt day. And I will call after 9 because nobody I know goes to bed before 9 p.m. What's that? Yeah. And I did talk in the van a lot when Jeff was driving, and there was a no-talk rule set by Brad Mumm. Never abided by that, okay? Yeah, I know it's his birthday. That's what I heard.
Mr. Trey, the cameras have been rolling.
Cameras are rolling. Could have told me that a second ago. Hey, Mr. Mumm, how are you? Good to see you. I tell you, there's a few things that I were going to say make me think of Brad Mumm, Mr. Mumm. When I just say the name, I would say I'd like to thank you for introducing me to a few things, and that's this. First of all, let me start with the picture right behind me right here, the dancing bears. You showed it to me as a young kid, went out and bought my own, and now it hangs behind me in my office every day. I get more compliments on that picture, and I got to tell you, it is definitely one of the most favorite things that I have here in my office. Second thing you introduced me to, this book right here by Harvey Mackay. As a matter of fact, this is the actual copy you bought me for Christmas many years ago when we spent Christmas at your house. So I want to say thanks to Mr. Mumm for introducing me to this book. I've never read it. And third, I want to thank you for introducing me to this amazing album right here, The Beatles' Abbey Road. I actually have 2 copies on vinyl now, and I would just want to say there's a song on there that makes me think of you. It's called Here Comes the Sun. I remember when you used to put that on in your downstairs living room there on Joyce Way and listen to that song. And now I do the same thing sometimes, and also I'm selling solar panels for solar energy. So Here Comes the Sun is very appropriate in my life. Really just want to say happy birthday to you. I hope all is well. And man, I wish I could be there to celebrate with you. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I figure that you're 60 now, so if I did my calculations right, that probably means that you're bench pressing about 10 times your age. Because you're the only human person alive that actually increases the weight they lift with the age that they increase. I've never seen that actually be a direct correlation, and in your case it is. So you continue to amaze me there. Remember, eat big to be big, and stay well.
Hello and welcome. We're coming to you live from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, where today we'll be talking with one of Brad Mumm's sons, Matt Mumm. We're going to be talking a little bit about what it was like for Matt to grow up with Brad in the Mumm family. We don't have time to cover everything that Matt wanted to talk about, but we will discuss a few things like learning to work hard, finding good deals, and having fun with Brad. Matt, why don't you start us off by talking a little bit about how your dad taught you to work really hard?
Yeah, Dad definitely taught us how to be hard workers. I think ever since I can remember being a little guy, we were out there trying to help him mow the yard and pick up snow in Omaha. And even when we weren't really helping, we were happy just to be out there. And I felt like we were helping him out. But then as we kind of moved down to Houston and to Dallas, that's when he really started putting us to work. I remember digging out the pond for Mom in the backyard, and it took us probably around 70 wheelbarrow loads to get those rocks up and kind of make that pond. And man, we used to work hard. We would clear out those leaves, just hundreds of trees of leaves, and piling them up. And the thing that my dad taught us was how to do it fast. So we got it done fast, and we did a good job. I don't think anybody worked harder than my dad, and he definitely passed that down to us. So for that, I'm thankful, and I think I'll pass that down to my kids as well.
Oh man, it sounds like you guys were working pretty hard. Now I've also heard that your dad taught you how to find really good deals. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's right. He is the king of finding good deals. And we used to spend all kinds of time trying to find the best deal. He taught us how to go to pawn shops and garage sales and how to barter. And I remember, when we'd go look at boats, used boats, he taught us just the right ways how to kind of feel those little dents and nicks on boats and be like, huh, what's that sound in the engine? Do you hear that? I don't know. And he would always take us around, and he taught us something called salvaging, which is when you use, rocks or bark or wood that you find somewhere that somebody's clearly throwing away or doesn't want, but to us it's good, and so we would take that stuff and we would salvage it rather and bring it back to the home and put it in our yard. And so Dad was just the king of finding good deals. He always got the best deals, and he taught us how to do that. So thanks for that too, Dad.
Man, that would help you find some pretty good deals. Now I've also got here that your dad is really good at having fun. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like being with your dad growing up in the Mumm family and having a fun time?
So Dad was probably one of the hardest workers I've ever seen, but he also knew how to have fun. And it seemed like what was fun for Dad was when the family was having fun. And this happened all the time. He would take us to all of our sports games. He was always there, even at 3 a.m. for our hockey games, after Jeff's Friday night football games. And Dad and Mom wanted to take us all around the country for vacations, and even to Europe one time, because they wanted us to experience the things that they had seen, and just for us to have a good time brought pleasure to Dad. And I can't even tell you how many times he, just hanging out around the house, playing basketball, playing pool. He built a gym for us, and he was just always there for us, always having fun, always the life of the party. And all I wanted to do was have the family have a good time. And for that, Dad, I thank you.
Oh boy, I wish I had that much fun growing up. Well, Matt, for your dad's 60th birthday, is there anything else that you would like to tell him?
So Dad, kind of just to sum up, for your birthday, your 60th birthday, there's so much stuff that you've given to us while we were growing up. Just teaching us how to work hard, and the little stuff like finding good deals, and you always spent your time with us, and we had fun with you and Mom and as a family. But that stuff that you gave us back then, it still carries on, and it's had a big impact on the way I know that Jeff and I have lived our lives and how we're going to live with our families too. So Dad, happy birthday to you. Thank you for everything you've given us, and we just hope that we've been able to give something back to you. Happy birthday.
And I'm Mike Wallace. Brad Mumm appears to be an amazing man. But what about the people that live with him? What do they say about him? Let's find out.
Okay, we're celebrating Brad's 60th birthday, and when I think of Brad, I think of this side of the couch, his side of the couch. Maybe you see a napkin there from probably eating something. You see God's Word. Every morning he reads God's Word and prays. Sometimes I think he's fallen asleep when I see his eyes closed. But anyway, a lot happens here, watching TV, on his computer, doing emails, and talking to guys really loudly. So when I think of Brad, I'm thankful for his time sitting right here on the end of the couch.
Brad Mumm is the best. I mean, he says that he loves me more than any of the other dogs. Mayday, Bort. Rest in peace. But the truth is, I think he just loves me because I'm the only dog left. But he does love me. Thank you, Brad.
And I'm Mike Wallace. There are also some conspiracy theories about Brad Mumm. Let's listen to one of them.
Okay, a lot of you guys think that Brad Mumm works for FCA, but really, and only a few of us know, really, he is the weatherman. Every day, he wakes up And instead of going outside to see that it's a sunny blue day, he checks his iPhone to see what the temperature is going to be. And a lot of times he guesses. He goes, I wonder if it's 54 or 56. And then he checks it out. And you know what? I don't really care, but he cares a lot. And sometimes I like to trick him. I like to do something that really perplexes him. I fill up his water rain gauge with water, and he doesn't understand why it has 4 inches of rain and it hasn't been raining outside. He hasn't figured that one out yet.
And I'm Mike Wallace. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate Brad Mumm's 60th birthday. And to wrap up our story, we have his son, Jeff Mumm. Dad, when you were dropping me off for college, you told me, keep your head up, Jeff. And you were partly telling me that because when I would tackle people, I would put my head down, and that's pretty dangerous. But also you knew that sometimes life gets tough, and you were just trying to encourage me. And I'm really thankful for that. Dad, you've always been an encouragement to me, and now I see that you're encouraging so many other guys, and I think that that is really cool. So, kudos to you. I hope you have a great day. Happy birthday, Dad. We love you.